Welcome to Dairy News. Welcome back to our channel. Before we get started, click the subscribe button, turn notifications, give me a thumbs up, okay?
Well, you heard her. Everybody, welcome to the show. Let's get straight into it with some news. So, today, Blizzard announced that they're going to be doing their next, BlizzCon online. They're calling it BlizzConline. That's it. That's all I have. I'm sorry. All right. CD Projekt Red came out and discussed basically how Cyberpunk is going to be a little bit shorter than The Witcher 3. And everybody heard that and they reacted like, hey, this is okay. This is totally cool. And everything was fine, hunky-dory. Everything was just, it was just great. It was great. I'm sure that's nothing. All right, and then obviously the biggest story of the day is actually that Xbox announced that they bought ZeniMax. Now, ZeniMax has a couple of different, sister companies. Children company. Oh, God, children company. The biggest one being Bethesda, but they also have id Software, a couple other places. So the main ones you can see right here is Dishonored. So Arcane Studio, that's another one. So Dishonored, Wolfenstein, The Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Starfield when it comes out, The Evil Within, and Prey. So this is a multifaceted story because obviously, now that it is Xbox, they're taking all of Bethesda's long-running games and putting them onto Game Pass. So, not only do you get EA, for the same price, you get xCloud for the same price. Now you're going to be getting Bethesda games, the most played games even to this date. Elder Scrolls Skyrim and Fallout 4 are still streamed heavily nowadays. Not only that, but then it's revealed that the newest Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield will come out on the same day that it releases on to Game Pass. The same day. Okay? Not only that, think about the next Doom. The next Dishonored, if they make another one. This is absolutely ridiculous. Now, if you are wondering, any games essentially that are, already slated for crap. Any games that are already slated for release. So a really good example is Deathloop. That one's made by Arcane and it has a timed exclusive for the PlayStation 5. Basically, all the games that have already been announced and or already under a certain contract will still be released and still be supported for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. So, for instance, Elder Scrolls Online will still get updates and, the next DLC or whatever when it comes out on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. That won't stop suddenly because Xbox owns them. So that's comforting. And then there are certain games that are going to be coming out, but they basically said that it will be a case-by-case basis. So that could mean that further down the road, we will no longer get Elder Scrolls. So like Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield or whatever, those are already slated for the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4, so I don't think that we're necessarily in trouble of those being relegated to just the Xbox, but there are so many possibilities that down the road we could see some exclusives. Maybe it's just a side project, but this is amazing. I mean, first off, we kind of touched on it maybe on the last Daily Nerdy News, but PlayStation is not having a competitor for the Game Pass. They've come out and stated they don't have a competitor. They don't have a planned competitor for Game Pass. And honestly, it's becoming more and more and more of a mistake. They need something, anything that is a direct competitor. PlayStation Now is a competitor, but really, it's not a competitor. There is no competition. When a day comes out, and on day one, you can get it on Game Pass. Not only that, but an exclusive and everything. We get exclusives like Spider-Man and other games. God of War. Sorry, I was blanking for a second. We get exclusives on PlayStation Now eventually, but not only do we get them way after, but we only get them for like a few months. We get them for like 3 months, and then we're like, oh well, I'm out of here, bye. They need some kind of competitor. They need something. This is ridiculous, okay? This is all hands on deck. This kind of thing could win a console generation, okay? Now, you can look at it almost like politics. You have a certain number of people who are gonna buy Sony no matter what because they're fans. I'm a Sony pony, and there's a really good chance that I'm going to buy the PlayStation 5 regardless. And then there's other people who will buy the Xbox regardless. And then there's some people that only play the Nintendo. And then they decide whether or not they want a second console. But there are plenty of people, plenty of undecideds, if you will, that this kind of stuff is going to make them go over the Xbox. All it took from Xbox, the last generation, all it took from Xbox is to be a little bit too cocky, a little bit too, bold with their statements. And a lot of people are like, you know what? I'm out of here. Not only that, but the $100 difference, the $100 less difference probably didn't help either. So you have these two consoles, which are the same price. Then you also have this other console that's cheaper, but it's cheaper by a whole $100. Yes, there are tons of people who don't want that because it's lower fidelity, it's whatever, right? But there are plenty of people who see the $299 price and they're like, hey, I'll just get xCloud or something like that. They need to respond somehow. If all they have to respond with is, well, hey, we have exclusives. We have the best exclusives. Hey, you're right. You have Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn. You have so many different exclusives. But even as a Sony pony, I am tempted. I'm certainly tempted. I might not, but also $299? Maybe if I just save up a little of money, I can get the next generation way sooner than I could get the PlayStation 5. Will it be as graphically, sound? No, but I don't really care because I'm not a hardcore Microsoft fan. I'm a softcore. But still, point is, even I'm thinking about it. And I'm the type of person who would never freaking think about it. So that's a problem. It's a big problem, and Sony needs to respond in some way. So those are the only stories that I came up with today. The Bethesda story just took over the entire news cycle today. I feel like there was no other stories. There was just 80 different articles talking about this one thing, but in 8 different ways. So let me know what you think about Xbox. Oh my gosh, it's looking more and more like they're gonna be winning. What do you think? Do you think this makes a difference? Do you not think? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I am Nick. Check us out on Nerd Radio, your national Nerdnet radio direct, every Sunday for 8 hours starting at noon Central Time. So really fun. Also Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for just some video games. So have fun with that. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. I was Nick from Thread XP Productions. You have yourself a good day.